Hey guys, it's Mark from ParkFlyers.com. Today we're looking at the new 4S line from Arrma. We have the Kraton 4S and you have the Outcast 4S. These are brand new for 2022. They have taken these cars and they have improved them tremendously over the previous iteration. Now these are a long time in development. They're about 2 years in development. They were delayed once and they were delayed a second time, probably because of COVID. But they finally released these, and I'll tell you what, Arrma did their homework. They took both of these cars and they made so many improvements that I don't even know if we can cover all of them, but we're gonna go over the main ones. And the first the first three that we're gonna mention has to do with the drivetrain. Now the drivetrain was already good in these cars. We had no complaints. The only thing, once in a while you had the slipper that would come loose, and we would, you have customers bringing them in and we're tightening up the slippers, sometimes locking them with thread lock. Now they have a new composite nut in there. It's supposed to be a lot better, longer, and stronger. So that's number one. The other improvements are with the differential. They now claim to have EXB style metals, hardened metals, and much better geometry in the drivetrain. So you have the differential, you have the spider gears, internal parts of the differential, and you have the universal shafts. Now the universal shafts, let me mention, they're really nice. They have much less friction than the old ones. The way that the grooves are put into each side, much less friction, much less rotating mass, and the fit and finish is better. They have metal parts on the end, and they're definitely more durable. They just overall better design. Another thing I want to mention is the shocks. So now you have anodized front and rear shocks, metal bodies, much more volume in them. Each corner you have much thicker shock towers. You can see the honeycomb design in here. Really beefy shock towers. From what I've been hearing for people testing these, nobody's broken one yet. They're very, very strong and a welcome addition to the old style. You also have newly designed front and rear bearing carriers. They're much more sturdy, much more durable, and definitely a welcome addition. Now the chassis is longer for 2022. It's about an inch longer and about an inch wider on the Kraton. Similar dimensions on the Outcast, just overall bigger. And that's going to make it a lot more stable platform, especially when these things are cranking out at 55 miles an hour on a 4S. So wider and longer on both. You have revised components in the back. Much better reinforcement for the wheelie bar. Really nice. One thing I also want to mention are the A-arms. So the A-arms are now like a solid type of design. Really much more durable and much beefier than the old ones. They should do this on all their cars. Really should. I don't know why they waited till now, but very nice addition to the overall durability of the car. Also, I want to mention the looks of the body. Now this body in the teal color looks great for 2022. Nice refreshing color. They put body guards on the front of the body so that protects it. This is like one of the weak areas of the car, and Arrma acknowledged that, and they actually did something about it by putting these little body posts. Now you could buy these separately and put them all over the car. Arrma sells these separately. They're very cheap. I think they're like $10 or $12 for a bag of like 12 of them. Let's talk about the tires now. The tires and the wheels for both cars. So the tires and wheels are both improved for both cars. On the old Kraton, you had the Minakawas. I didn't love the tread. They were very lightweight. They were good, but they didn't look like these. These are going to have much better grip. They're more durable, and these are going to have a more planted type of stance, and they're not going to balloon as much as the older ones. All right, so the back flips are going to be my favorite all-around tire for 2022 for any 8S car. If you look at these tires, this is the epitome. This is the holy grail of wheels and tire combo. Look at that tread on that. You have a BMX style tread. You have the perfect sidewall height. You have the perfect molded plastic inset. Look at that. Look at that perfect star pattern on the plastic side of the wheel. It's just, everything is perfect. The weight, the width, the height of the wheel. These are so amazing. I'm recommending customers put these on a Traxxas Sledge or a Max. Traxxas Max. Those are great cars, by the way. You put these tires on them and you have a perfect wheel and tire combo. These are known not to break the bank. They're not overpriced. They're right in line. I think they're about 30 or 40 bucks a pair. And in my opinion, the backflips are going to be the pick of the year for for an 8 scale on off-road tire. Really, really nice. All right, so let's talk about why I would pick this over a Kraton 6S and an Outcast 6S. These cars are about 2.5 pounds lighter than those cars. When you have a car that's lighter, it's going to jump much better. It's going to jump in a more satisfying way. It's going to transition left to right, meaning left and right turns are going to happen quicker and more nimble. It's just going to give you an overall feeling. It's going to handle more like a professional truggy, like let's say like a Techno or like an X-Ray or a Serpent. Those cars they're all roughly about 8 pounds, where a Kraton 6S is about 10.5 pounds. And that's why the Kraton is very lethargic. It's very heavy. The differentials are always going on them. Really not my favorite car. The 4S line just really blows me away, and this is going to be my pick. I'm going to be pushing these on customers for 2022. These are the cars. These are the performance cars, and to make it even sweeter, they're $469 a piece, $469.99 for a car that does 55 miles an hour. You have all upgraded EXP components on them. Even the servos are 27% stronger than the previous model. You have the SR315 receiver that come in both of these, much better than the I think it's the S3000. Much better range, much better latency, really good. It comes with the SLT3 radio, like I said, with the SR315 receiver. Very, very nice. You have these cars are vastly improved over the previous generation, and we are going to see a tremendous uptick in 4S sales, in my opinion, for 2022, especially with the economy the way it is. Everybody's looking for a bargain. So now you have something that's a bargain and it's better than the 6S. Now, I'm thinking that Arrma is actually probably in the works of improving their 6S line, because, like I said, it's lagging now behind their 4S. These 4S models, in my opinion, they're not as durable, and like I said, they're heavy and they're just very laggy. And for me, they have no appeal. So just to give you an example, the Kraton 6S, the Italian 6S, the Fire Team, all those cars, in my opinion, are outdated, especially when you're looking at these type of cars. You have lightweight cars with super durable transmissions in them, really good universals, much improved components. Yeah, they're going 55 miles an hour each. These cars, can you imagine, for $469, you're going 55 real miles an hour without any pinion or spur change. Now, mentioning the pinion and the spur, on these cars now you have the metal, actually it's the steel spur gear. They're almost indestructible. Now, you have to be careful as far as your pinion and your gearing. I'm going to mention this now because I work on these things all day. You don't want to touch the pinion and spur on these. You don't want to make them faster. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to overheat the motor and the bearings are going to fail, and you're going to have a $120 motor that fails on you, and you're going to be upset. So my opinion is just use these cars and just put a nice SMC battery in them, or a Power Hobby battery over 100C, and 4S obviously, and just use them. If you want to ensure your investment, I would get like a 40 millimeter fan and put it on the motor. Get a Power Hobby motor, the fan mount for the motor, and then just get a 40 millimeter Power Hobby, high quality fan, and just have these things run cool and efficient, and you'll do 55 all day. 55 miles an hour is a sweet spot for any RC car, in my opinion. You don't really need to go faster. As soon as you start pushing them faster, things go wrong. So like I said, just use these cars. They're great. For 2022, I think they're the best new product on the market. I think Arrma is going to capitalize on them. They're going to see a tremendous uptick in sales from both of these cars. We've already sold a ton of them, and we look forward to selling a lot more. They're easy to work on. Like I said, they're easy to work on. They're completely overhauled for 2022. So you have tremendous amounts of improvements as far as durability and reliability. So these, like I said, these two cars are going to be my pick. The Kraton is going to be a longer chassis. The form factor is more low and stable, if you like that type of thing. And then you have the Outcast. This thing is like a wheelie monster. Really nice, does great flips in the air. You're going to break this more often than the Kraton, but just because of the way it drives. For some people, it's a lot more fun, and it's just more animated. You're going to You're gonna, if you're somebody that likes a wild, like a wild type of ride and all over the place, the Outcast 4S is going to be just incredible. But most people that are into the Kratons or Truggies, they go for the Kraton 4S, and they kind of like the, the fact that it's low, it's kind of like more composed, and it has, more of a precision type of feel to it. Anyway, guys, this is Mark from Park Flyers RC signing off. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up, share the video, and please, if you have any comments or you want to have any questions below, just ask and we'll try to answer them. All right? Have a great day.